on a universal dirt bike fender on the back of it. It was way too small for a rear fender. Same thing with the front. The front's got this tiny little goofball fender on it that I need to replace sooner rather than later. And so he did that. He had the license plate mounted to the air box. He put a light underneath the seat so he could, you know, technically that's legal. Yeah, it's got a license plate, it's got a light. You can't see it. I mean, you gotta get down on your hands and knees to see the license plate. There's no way a cop would be able to see it, but I guess you could argue your way out of that one. And the first time I took the thing out at night, I'm looking at the pattern of the headlight. Now, it has a stock headlight on it right now, but he had taken some just universal 6-inch round, you know, typical whatever motorcycle headlight, put it on there, and there was this tiny sliver of light going to the front of the motorcycle and some weird light going off to the side. They were like not enough light to ride safely at night at all. And man, what the heck is this guy doing? I'm like, you know, I bet you know, these reflectors on these things, they kind of design them for a reason. And sure enough, I take a look at the reflector, and the reflector's rotated 45 degrees inside the housing and just kind of shooting the light off wherever the heck it wants to shoot it out at. And I was thinking about just putting the reflector the way it should go and running that, but really want to put a front fairing on this thing at some point in time, so I just got a factory front light, and it wasn't too expensive. Really nice, easy addition, and kind of sets me up for when I put a front fairing back on this thing. So anyway, yeah, this guy's, yeah, a bit of a goofball. Really enjoyed the bike. Really hope that, you know, I'll get as much enjoyment out of it as he will. And it's been interesting fixing all the little issues that he's that he customized when he had this thing. But yeah, we'll get into that in another one. That's kind of a long story. Probably do that in the light sometime, where I can go through on the bike and show you, go through one by one and show you what we've done to this thing. And as far as the whole reason I'm doing this, I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. This will be my first foray into hopefully doing the YouTube thing if this all works out well. One reason is to kind of just get out here and talk about some thoughts and, you know, things that I think about and things going on in the world, and, you know, good things, bad things, mostly good things. Try to focus on the good. There's a lot more good in the world than there is bad, despite what some people might think. But I'll talk about a lot of good things in life, and maybe try to present some of my perspectives and way I look at things. I came from being a teenager with a whole bunch of angst and frustration and wondering why the world was so against me, to kind of changing my viewpoint over the years and looking at things in a little different light and realizing that, well, that's really not what's going on. You know, there were a lot of things that were me problems that I had to deal with, and things that I had to work through. And, you know, there's always room for improvement, but I've definitely changed a lot of things in my life for the better, and kind of go through some of those. And, you know, maybe some people are going through the same things, and some of the things that I've been through, maybe it can help them out or give people a different way of looking at things. Second is, again, like I said, I am pretty inexperienced rider, so there will definitely be some entertainment value there. You know, plans for videos at the KLR, I got it for, you know, 90-10, 90% dirt, 10% doing this kind of stuff on the road. So you guys will get a point and a laugh at me while I fumble my way through the dirt and take it out on some single track, 2-track trails, a lot of dirt roads, a lot of just forest dirt roads and stuff. I really wish I would have had the camera when I lost it last weekend. That would have been entertaining. And maybe you guys have some experience, could chime in and let me know what I'm doing wrong. give me some pointers to hopefully prevent me from killing myself on this thing. And then, like I said, I still have the GS 500. Still like taking that thing out quite a bit. Actually, this would be the perfect route for that thing. I love taking that bike out here. I'm up by the, well, past it a little ways, but kind of out by the Salt River area outside of Phoenix, where they come out and do tubing down the Salt River. You guys live here, know what I'm talking about. If you guys ever want to come out to Phoenix in the summer, and that is the thing to do if you like a good time. You come out and there's a Salt River tubing place that they got a whole bunch of buses that run up and down the road, and for like 20 bucks or something like that, they'll rent you a tube and drop you off in the bus and pick you up when you're done. You bring your friends in a cooler and a lot of sunscreen and have a good time. Maybe not the kids, but yeah, it's a good time for the adults. But again, definitely a good ride for the GS 500. Good ride for the KLR too. I mean, this is, we're pretty much under 50 miles an hour the whole, ish, the whole way here. I've had the KLR up to what the odometer says is 75. I think it's probably closer to 65. Done that a couple times, and that's about as much as I want to go on this thing. And I'm sure it'll do more, but I don't necessarily know that I want to. So good road for the KLR. Good time to get out. And despite it being let's see, it's like August 5th right now, so middle of summer. It's probably about 8:30 at night right now, and man, you get away from the city, get out in the open desert up here, and it is nice. Actually, I have a pretty cool breeze going on right now. This is comfortable. I have no problems with this at all. I did see a coyote running across the road last time I was out here, so that's something to pay attention to. But outside of that, it is beautiful out here. And actually, in just a little bit up here, we'll be coming up to the Beeline highway that goes up to Payson. I am definitely not taking the Beeline up to Payson. This is about where I turn around. You'll see here in just a second. If we keep going straight, we'll run into the Sycamore Creek area. Gotta go out there sometime in the truck and see how friendly it'd be for the KLR. It might be a good place to go play in some dirt in. There's some good it's good dirt roads to get down to the creek. Once you get into the creek, it can get a little gnarly down there. I've done a lot of four-wheeling down there. It's been a little while. I can't quite remember how loose and rocky it is. It's pretty rocky, but I'm not quite sure how loose it is, and I'm not quite experienced enough of a rider to get into some of that real loose stuff quite yet. But so yeah, we're gonna stop here for just a few, take myself a smoke break, and get back with you guys in a few.